No fears, no chains.
Invites you to live a life of emotional abundance.
Written by Vanessa Pisuto. Narrated by Belinda Sainsbury.
Good morning, dear friends. Today, December 28th, our devotion is entitled Nothing Less. Our scripture reading is taken from Revelation chapter 3 and verse 21. To him who overcomes, I will grant to sit with me on my throne, as I also overcame and sat down with my Father on his throne. Several years ago, while I was studying in high school, an orchestra came to visit. Although the hall was full of students, no one could be heard talking. We were all absolutely transported by that wonderful music. I remember that at the end of the concert, the conductor invited several students to come to the front. Then he gave them the baton and allowed them to conduct the orchestra. No matter how crazily the students waved their arms or in which direction, the orchestra continued to play perfectly. It was a trick, yes, but for a few precious moments, each of those students felt like the conductor of a great orchestra. In the book of Revelation, John revealed that God will allow us to rule with him. They shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Revelation 20 and verse 6. This isn't a trick. God really wants to share his power with us and give us a role and function of honor on the new earth. The faithful and true witnesses say, to him who overcomes, I will grant to sit with me on my throne, as I also overcame and sat down with my Father on his throne. Revelation 3:21. At the time John wrote these words, thrones were not for one person as they are now. Thrones were wider and allowed several people to be seated. If a king wanted to honor a senior officer of his kingdom, he invited him to sit on the throne with him. This is what Jesus promised us. Can you imagine that? Jesus wants you to be part of the royal court of heaven, where he is the king, and to live surrounded by dazzling beauty and glory. However, that is not enough. He wants you to be a high-ranking officer with responsibilities and important tasks to accomplish. But that is not enough. His amazing love will not be satisfied until you sit with him on his own throne. That is what Jesus wants to give you, nothing less. Dear Lord, my imagination cannot even capture a fraction of what it will mean to live and reign with you. I thank and praise you for the abundance of your love and the beauty of your call to me. To him who overcomes, I will grant to sit with me on my throne, as I also overcame and sat down with my Father in his throne. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 21.